Usman versus Burns. What do you think about it? How do you think it goes down?
Oh man, see, these are the tough ones because like I work with Usman sometimes, but like I'm like I'm gonna go down there and train with those guys too. So it's like I don't know. Um, I think that's a really good fight though. Um, you just want the prediction.
Yeah. How you think it goes down and
I think that I think that I think Usman is gonna wrestle more. I think he has to with a guy I mean, Burns is such a clean striker. Everyone talks about his jiu-jitsu, but his striking is really good. He's got crazy power in his hands. Um, he is nasty on the ground, but he's more dangerous from the top. So I think that Kamaru would be safer to get a takedown and ride him out. Usman's such a crazy top pressure guy. So um, if Burns can't get up off of his back, he's going to have a hard time beating Usman. So, but I honestly don't know. I don't even know if I can give you a prediction. I don't know. That's a hard one. If I had to pick, then I would absolutely pick the champion, though. I mean, have to go with the champion.
and obviously the champion Usman Kamaru Usman obviously expected to take on Gilbert Burns next. How do you see that one playing out?
I think Burns is a nightmare matchup for him. And that's a bold statement because we all know how good Kamaru Usman is. I mean, he's a win away from being one of the most dominant welterweight champions we've ever seen. But I just think Gilbert Burns is so complete. I mean, the accolades he had in jiu-jitsu alone when he got in the sport are just so elite. I mean, this guy he can finish you anywhere, and he can do it in devastating fashion. I mean, I tell people all the time, people forget how good he is in jiu-jitsu because he's just got this penchant for knocking people out now, and he does it so good. That left hook's phenomenal. He's got great pressure. He puts his punches together very well. But if you go back and watch his gi matches from when he just did jiu-jitsu, his style of jiu-jitsu is so violent. And this guy he brings it in every aspect of a mixed martial arts contest. And I think that there's a reason why this fight's happening. Gilbert said it himself. Like, he's probably had 100 sparring sessions with Kamaru, and it's a very back and forth, very tough for one another. So it's going to be a very exciting matchup for the fans. Good for the division, good for the sport. But it's hard for me to pick against Gilbert Burns in this fight.
Usman versus Burns.
Before the Woodley fight, I would definitely say Usman. But now, when you saw Gilbert Burns against Tyron, it's just like amazing performance. So that's gonna be a tough one. But Usman has like a train. He just takes everything that he's going through. So yep, Usman taking that one.
Usman and Burns.
Oh man. I think Usman will take it. Decision.
Yeah, two guys that train together, right? I feel like with that said, these guys might know a lot about each other, which can change the way a fight plays out. Maybe they're a little hesitant in there, a little more friendly. But ultimately, it's hard to see anybody beat Usman right now. I feel like his style, he's very calm and calculated. He's very, technically sound. He utilizes boxing really well. With his wrestling's always there if he wants to make it, a grappling fight. But Burns is a guy that if you take him down, his submissions are amazing. So I could see him potentially catching Usman somewhere, but I think it'll stay standing. And I think Usman's just a smarter fighter on the feet. Probably win a decision, though.
Usman and Burns.
I don't know. This is going to be an interesting fight, especially their training partners, all that. I'm going to go with Burns on that fight.
Usman and Burns.
I'll go Usman. I think Burns is confident though. They train together, and he wouldn't have took the fight if he wasn't confident. He must see things we don't see outside of the gym. So, but I'll go with Usman.
Usman and Burns. How do you think that goes down?
That's good. That's good. Crazy fight. They were just training partners. That's so crazy. But now Usman is, in my opinion, on such a different level. He's making everyone looking so bad. I'm rooting for Usman.
I've not seen much of Burns. To be honest, I know he's on a bit of a streak recently. I've seen his fight with Damian Maia, and who was his last fight against? Oh, he fought Tyron Woodley, didn't he? He fought Woodley. I didn't see that fight, but see, Woodley's not looked himself recently, has he? From what I don't know what's going on with that, but I've not seen much of Burns, to be honest. I know but so just for that reason, I'm going to go with Usman because I think he's really good.
Usman and Burns. What do you think about that one?
I'm going with Usman.
How do you think he gets it done?
He'll finish him. I think he gets a finish. He's a great wrestler. He's got very strong basics to finish the fight with. So I think Usman gets it done.
Usman versus Burns. What you think of that? How do you think it goes down? Who do you think comes out the winner?
Do you know what? I actually think Burns might have this one. A lot of people, sort of have been counting it out, but the way he performed against Woodley, even going for takedowns, his jiu-jitsu is top level, his striking is top notch. I mean, Kamaru Usman, he's a very good all-rounded fighter, but he has more of a wrestling heavy base, and he did get caught a lot with Colby Covington during that fight. Although, he ended up winning that fight and doing well, he still got caught quite a bit. And Gilbert Burns is, I think, a bit more of a ferocious striker than Colby. Well, Colby's more of a pick you off a load of different shots instead of like loads of power shots. And Gilbert Burns seems like his gas tank's pretty good as well. So yeah, I think if it doesn't go by decision, I think he might even be able to finish him with a TKO victory. So yeah, I think I'll give that fight to Burns.